And the adventure begins at day 4 when we drive to the north of Israel and with the boat ride of a lifetime in the Sea of Galilee. And now we are headed to Jordan. We visited the ancient Roman city of Jerash. The ruined city, dating to the times of Jesus, is Jordan's largest and most interesting Roman sites, imposing ceremonial gates, colonnaded avenues, temples, and theaters all speak to the time when this was an important imperial center. The ruined city of Jerash is considered one of the largest and most well-preserved sites of Roman architecture in the world outside of Italy, and its history goes back more than 6,500 years. Located north of the country's capital, Amman, visitors like us marvel at the stunning colonnaded streets, public squares, and hilltop temples. Come join us and discover the beauty of Petra, Jordan.
I'm here in Petra, Jordan.
Yes.
God is amazing.
Yes. Ito po yung mga ilang rock formations or rock formations ba to? Na mga inukit na po ng mga Arabians.
Nabatians.
Wow. Thank you. Thank you.
How do you call yourselves here? How do you call yourselves here? For example, us, we are Filipino, Arabians. Bedouin. Okay.
Behind the mosque.
Oh.
20 minutes to my house.
Oh.
If you have time, I take
Thank you. We have very limited time here. We will go back in 30 minutes. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's okay. Thank you.
Oh, how can you say? Anong masabi mo po?
Amazingly beautiful.
The city of Petra was known as the ancient capital of the Nabateans from the 3rd century. We visited the most interesting curved monuments such as the treasury of the tomb of a Nabatean king. We then visited also the field of the tombs, obelisks, and the altar. And from that point, we viewed the whole of the city, the amazing Petra.
We are in Petra, finally.
In the book of Revelation, it is believed that in the last days, many people will find their way to make this red rock city as a hiding place from the Antichrist. Mount Nebo is an elevated ridge of Abarim in Jordan, approximately 710 meters above sea level. It is mentioned in the Hebrew Bible as the place where Moses was granted a view of the Promised Land. A sculpture of the serpentine cross, a symbolic combination of the bronze serpent created by Moses and Jesus' cross, is found outside. And Mount Nebo still offers an amazing panoramic view over areas of the Dead Sea, the West Bank, the Jordan River, and even Jerusalem. Inside, there are preserved mosaics uncovered from archaeological digs dating back to the 6th century. Mount of Masada. Masada is an ancient stone fortress in Israel, located high above the Dead Sea on a tall, rocky mesa. It is now an Israeli national park and a UNESCO World Heritage. The 840-acre complex holds well-preserved ruins attesting to the history of the ancient kingdom of Israel and the courage of its people in the face of a Roman siege.
Imagine this is the best spot. Also, it has the best wind. I know we don't feel it too much now, but there are days that it gets up to 50 degrees here by 8 o'clock in the morning. Basically, they don't allow people to hike up like we saw with the oh, did you guys see it? Because when I went on my own.
Nero the Great, king of Judea, originally built Masada as a castle complex in the last century BC. When the ancient Romans overtook Judea in the 1st century AD, the grounds became a fortress for the Jewish people.
Nakatingin yung ibon dali. Napakabait na ibon naman na ito.
Dito ka sa unahan ko, my loves.
Wala na, di naman na.
This is one of the water cisterns they had before. Imagine how huge the spot where they keep their water.
Basically survive, okay? So one of that aqueduct over there is basically this one, okay? Now, imagine if I'm here, I'm representing the mountains of Judea, okay? They're very much higher than here. And again, I remind you when it's raining in Jerusalem, most of the water comes down here, okay? One of the interesting things, the geology about the ground here in the desert is that it has rains that when water comes to it, the rain absorbs the water and it inflates. Imagine having suddenly a lot of balloons that inflate and they're so tight that if you pour water, it just doesn't penetrate anymore. So this is what happens to the ground here. It's a very unique geological phenomenon that happens here that doesn't allow so much the water to penetrate inside, but most of it flows outside. This is your cross to understand what's in there. What, okay, so guys, let's see how many storage houses there is just on this side. So this is one over here. You see this square here? Not square, what's the name of the shape? Rectangle. Rectangle. Thank you. In your video. So 1, 2, then 3, 4, 5, 6. That I can see if a big army is coming and I'm a few days ahead of them or a day ahead of them. So from here I send a messenger to Jerusalem telling them prepare, there is a huge army coming, okay? So this is a very important place. Basically prepare this place as a fortress ready to war. What does this mean? First of all, he decides that it's going to be this mountain because this mountain, look over here, it's very secluded. It's very secluded. It's hard to reach here. If you want.
See you again for the third and final part of this 10-day journey to the land where it all began, the Holy Land Tour, February 2020. We will take you to the Dead Sea, the biblical camp at the Judean Desert, the Nazareth village, the Via de la Raza, and at Golgotha. Thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like and subscribe.